Develop the ice pillar. You know you want to. Okay. Sometimes you just gotta do the moves and see if they pan out. I descend the skies upon you. Hello everyone, Gomez here from the LAN channel with another deck for you today. This one, the Your Boned deck. And the reason it's called Your Boned is because we are running yet again another Starbone deck, which is all about if you behold the messenger, giving celestial cards everywhere +1/+1. This is a massive meme deck. Don't try to climb the ladder with this. This was just one of those silly ideas that because they added Telescope, and because Telescope is another card which can give you the ability to manifest a celestial that costs 3 or less, whenever these cards get added into the game, it's like, well, that's another chance of potentially getting the Widget Cosmo, the dog, Widget the messenger, in order to be able to get into Starbone. And so that's always the reason why I go down this route, because of this card. Obviously, this card not only gives you that, it does give you a bunch of other value in terms of what other selections that you can choose with it. But this deck is also like, I've got ways of putting messenger in. We've got the ways of potentially getting messenger here, potentially getting messenger here, potentially getting messenger here, and the ability of making them cost less as well. I did originally have the Fangs in this list, but the Fangs, since its nerf of going down in damage, it just doesn't feel worthwhile to me. I'd rather put in 2 copies of Hidden Pathway, which you very easily get to, because obviously we are crossing this with Bandle City. The reason we're crossing with Bandle City is mostly for Mirror Mage, because basically every single one that we play, every celestial card that we play, or anything that we use that we've discovered, like, you know, through these invokes and whatnot, we basically get to use them twice. So at the end of the game, it basically means that as we're throwing down like the bigger celestials, we're getting double value for our money. If you were to throw down the lifesteal and elusive one, you get like double that. So you might have to make sure you've got the board for it, but the chance of doing so is like quite funny. You could very easily remove Mirror Mage and put Shellfolk in. Like, Shellfolk would also work in that spot, because it means that every single card that you are choosing celestial wise, you're getting another, like every single card you're invoking, you're getting another copy of whichever one you choose. So there is also the way of doing it like this. It's also slightly cheaper than the 8 cost of the Mirror Mage, and they don't have to immediately go onto the board there and then, or whatnot, like what happens with this. So there is calls to say, like, oh, you could definitely swap that out, or even put this in the deck. The reason why we haven't got both of them in the deck is because we kind of want to keep like a nice kit to try and make sure that we hit the allegiance on top of the Scryer, so that we are getting more celestial cards and then being able to get them down in cost, and that's like potentially buffing all our celestials here. As it's a very silly deck, because most of the time when you try to do this, like, you try to go in for the invokes to find the dog and you just never find the dog. That can happen. You could also consider playing, like, the reason why, like, the way that I used to do a Starbone deck was that I would throw in the Moon weapon card that would give you the 2 cost, because then basically you use Messenger, only have the 2 cost as being the dog, and then that means you're definitely summoning it through Crescendo. But because we are running the Loping Telescope, it just didn't feel like a right plan to try to go for that, because you definitely want to be playing this to get the manifest value. But this is the deck. It's a very silly deck. We've also got Skies Descend and Aurelion Soul in there for finishers. There are definitely things that you could change about in this deck a lot, but it was just one of those really fun ideas that I wanted to make another Starbone deck because Loping Telescope got added into the roster. So please let me know what you think down in the comment section down below, as well as obviously shameless plug time. Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. All the games that you see here were streamed live, so you want to come catch the action live yourself, because I had to put this game. Well, you'll realise what game it is that I had to put out where I did, because it was just so nail-biting and crazy, and like it could have gone either way. So that's the reason why you can see that. But I said, like, if you want to come by while I'm streaming and say hello, I've come from YouTube, I do love it when people do that. There's also the Discord link down below, as well as the link to the tournament that me and Jankie from the Voice of the Old Ones podcast are running on the 2nd and 3rd of October, with a £150 prize pool for the EU Shard. So if you want to get involved in that, please feel free, because we want to see as many people there as possible. It'd be a good laugh and like whatnot is what the plan is. And if you enjoy yourself at any point during this video, why not consider hitting that subscribe button? But do not feel forced. These are the options that are available to you. So let's get in and see how this deck did in a couple of matches. Starbone. Oh, god damn. You know when you get a top deck and or like you get like your mulligan, and you think I should really discard 2 of my options here. But you look at it and you think, but just think, if we can hit dogs on the first try of, I guess sometimes dogs can take a long time to find. If we can hit Doggo on the first attempt, it's gonna totally be worth it, right? Okay, I mean, Zoe's already dead. Zoe's already dead, so I accept that premise. I've got to go with them. This is just like such a ballsy hope maneuver that out of everything this could hit. Oh, I mean, don't worry about it. We hit the dog already. It's fine. See, it's all worked out in the end. Okay. I mean, my opponent is making quite the ball for themselves. I'll wait and go with a double Starbone plan. But yeah, no, my opponent is making quite the ball for themselves. Like, obviously, Trundle and what's his face can come at any point. It is scary. Go on, do it. Oh, they're gonna pass here. Okay. I feel like we go sod it and go double Starbone. Just immediately Serpent. So it's just one of those things where the ball that they've currently got, Serpent is not the best against the ball that they've currently got, but you need to hope that later on down the line that it might make sense. That's what I'm gonna tell myself. We'll wait. They were waiting to see if we had a power cascade. That's what they were waiting for, because they want to be getting these hits in for Jarvan. That's not the whole reason that they're going for these. Not the dog! No! Okay. They just couldn't handle the glory. Savages. Okay. Lifesteal. Potentially challenger unit. Well, I'll take the lifesteal one. So, I have got issues coming my way in the near to distant future. I'll just take this. It doesn't make any sense to play this, but I will play this. Okay. I need to tell myself that soon we'll have mirror image. And mirror image. If my ball gets wiped, we can throw down a mirror mage, not mirror image, mirror mage. Then we start to get like more value off of all these things. That's what I'm telling myself in my mind brain. I'm not gonna defend Trundle because that is gonna be level up on Jarvan. Like you look at this thing. But I could go down this route. But your mind's thinking, but this is definite removal.
Justice will be served.
Okay. So we're one turn away from being able to play Mirror Mage. Sadly, Mirror Mage is going to go down on my opponent's turn, which is not what I want to happen. Okay. We dragon kick Trundle into the core. Okay. I could actually Falling Comet Trundle. Potentially this could actually be quite an interesting card to play. Especially if we get it twice. So, I could go with Falling Comet, just because it will deny the Trundle level up. Is that the only move whereby I feel okay with that? I would... Actually, Jarvan's the one who I want to hit. don't get me wrong, Jarvan would be the one who I'd want to hit with this, but next turn, we're going to turn A. Ice Pillar immediately drops, Trundle levels, the Overwhelm start coming in. I don't know, I feel like I wait. Obviously, Jarvan might jump out at me this turn. I expect Jarvan to jump out at me this turn. Although he didn't on the other... Like, my opponent did go forward and attack when they had 6. And Jarvan did not jump out. So maybe they don't have Jarvan yet. But I sense he's coming. Oh, I want to play my Mirror Mage, but I can't. And the problem is I wouldn't actually get that much value off of my Mirror Mage at this moment in time. In terms of with how big my board state is. I kind of need things to die. Okay. I could play down Mirror Mage. Throw down a couple of these. I kind of want things to die.
Stay back.
That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for some things to die to make room. That's what it's all about. Okay.
Stay back.
Just want things to die to make some room. I really want to play Mirror Mage. Okay. We kick Trundle back into the core. Okay. They're going to be getting this. Jarvan goes up to 7 attack when he levels. Which would mean that they would be able to kill my Mirror Mage. Bearing in mind that we're still in Damascus as single combats and whatnot are things.
Where am I?
Sod it.
Everywhere.
I can play Double Serpent. Yeah, Concerted Strike comes down. I'm going to use this just so that the next Mirror Mage isn't as pricey. Ah, I can even. I mean, I kind of want to grab Equinox, but at the same point, Stun might be quite interesting. If I would have known I was going to get this again. If I would have known this was coming for me, I would have definitely chosen the Equinox to stop this lifesteal. Okay. I'll take that. Just because it means that you die, but your next version will be far cheaper. Okay. Getting close. So, big ass damage comes down. 2 mana Mirror Mage, you know it. Premium removal target. So we got. See, the fear of it is that this wouldn't happen twice because it wouldn't be able to target the same enemy twice because they'd be kicked to the core and either they'd die or they would be recalled to hand. So, Dragon Kick or Dragon's Rage would not actually happen twice. Okay. I feel like I wait for them to attack. Especially if Jarvan comes out.
Bow to your king.
I wait for them to attack. Damage everywhere. Jarvan jumps out of the deck and goes, Aah! Yeah. So Jarvan jumps out and goes, Aah! Okay. It really depends on if they've got Cataclysm or single combat. If they've got Cataclysm or single combat, things are going to go terribly, terribly wrong for me very quickly. Because I would love to throw down you, throw down this, throw down this. The discount that would happen here would be crazy. They've already used 2 concerted strikes. I can only believe in hope.
Look at me, my lovelies. Look at
When
me.
there's nothing else to believe in hope. I just need to hope that they've not got another single combat concerted strike or another Jarvan for Cataclysm. That is all I can hope. It's gonna, yeah, they're gonna kill me, aren't they? They're gonna, single combat. When I was such a good move. It's so close. Okay. It's so upsetting because of how close like a really good move was. Do I throw down Zoe and then throw down Dragon's Rage?
Trickster never loses because Zoe makes the rules.
Just because next turn they're gonna get a Cataclysm anyway. I feel like I throw down the Serpent and the Serpent gets the kick because otherwise if they've got Sharp Sight would be a factor. So I feel like we do that because if they Sharp Sighted me past that, just so we're stopping the Cataclysm coming in next turn. That's it. That's more the reason why we do this. See, because I thought, is it gonna be double? Is it gonna be Well played. Well played to my opponent. He just goes back into the hand. He doesn't die, but he is at least. It's at least not as easy. Okay. I do have big issues though with the terrible situation in which I'm in. I can kill the Ice Pillar, which will be good. They've used double Sharp Sight.
I rise.
Do I go with the gamble of the knowledge that they've used double Sharp Sight to still go forward here? I feel like I do. I know that they've used double Sharp Sight, but they've used 2 concerted strikes. They've used 1 single combat. I've got to do something. So next turn when they attack, they can very easily throw Jarvan down. I'm looking at this thinking, soon! Soon! Okay. So, how does a snake kick you? With a tail whip is how the snake kicks people, which get like a Martin. That's how it happens. But nice play. He wasted 2. Okay. I mean, I could actually... It's one of those things, right, where the actual idea here was to go for another Celestial, but... I mean, if it's gonna be a way to save Zoe's life, I'll take it. Okay. So it depends how my opponent goes about this. Develop the Ice Pillar. You know you want to. Okay. Sometimes you just gotta do the moves and see if they pan out. I descend the skies upon you. Skies descend. Go. Okay. So they've already used 2 concerteds, 2 sharp sights, 1 single combat. I'm trying to think what else they've used a number of different things. 15 damage happening to everyone. It's not going to be easy for them to get round, hopefully. You'd like to hope so. I mean, obviously, they've still got full mana for development. But... curse you, Trundle! At least on the positive side, that was not going to, like, because that could have been an ice quake, which actually could have been quite devastating. They're gonna go for. She's got a spell shield on her, so it's a. So, I mean, I've kind of got to.
You are beneath me.
Or do I go with the elusive one? Because just in case they've got a sharp sight, I'll take that just in case there's a sharp sight. Because I'd rather still keep my heals. Like, if they have any way of getting around this, like Troll Chant or anything along those lines, I'd rather keep my ability to heal myself. So, I mean, if he's questioning where that happens, because she has a spell shield on her. That's the reason why Zoe didn't get taken by this, is because of the spell shield that she had. But see, that's what I mean, sharp sight. So this happens. I'd rather, like, so now if they go again, I can throw down the heals. It was just in case of Troll Chant, which admittedly Troll Chant could still be a thing. I'm not gonna lie, I realised this.
You're covered.
Oh, crap. The fact that she's vulnerable is really not good for me. Maybe I should have actually, yeah, maybe I should have let her go in the first one. I was not expecting this move. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. I can still heal myself for a little bit. I am in trouble though now. This is now the danger zone I'm currently in. Potentially you. Because I could play you.
I know these paths well.
Play this. Throw down, watch it. Throw down you. I'm gonna make a U-sickle! Obviously, frostbites are a thing. Frostbites are a factor. I'd be a fool to say that frostbites were not a factor here. Okay. Okay. So what I can do here is, I've got the Overwhelm coming in insanely. Actually, even if we did this on top of the Ice Pillar, I think this would still be lethal. Like, this on top of Ice Pillar would still, I was thinking about this, like, do I grab the Ice Pillar to move it away and whatnot, and try and force them? But would this still be lethal out of curiosity? I mean, it'd be 2 now, to finish it, but... Okay, so if we say grab this and grab this, it forces them to throw Trundle's body into this wall. Yeah.
You got a problem?
They still live on 1. They live on 1. Okay. That is another Trundle down, because we've already killed at least 1. Okay. Not gonna lie. Quite devastating. Potential leaf. I mean, I can heal myself. Because obviously they go immediately forward now with 6 down. I can heal my... Oh, the heals! I mean... wise moves by my opponent. We know that they've used all their sharp sights. Like, we know that they've used all their sharp sights for a fact. Okay, I can go down to 3. Okay, they go for more damage. Little do they know. I mean, if they've got enough one of those, do everyone just use the heal for 5? Just the heal for 5, and I'd feel 100% secure. Okay. I mean, I've got to throw down the Great Beyond. I mean, I could actually throw down either of these, but the Great Beyond I feel is the one. Actually, this gives me a little bit more mana to play with. So I'm going to throw down the Great Beyond. Shut up! They did not make that easy, did they? Oh, Jojo! Shut the phone to my opponent! Let's see how this goes. It's going to go terribly wrong for me, I know. Oh, look, at least we started off with Starbone. Okay. So, we are trying to find the little dog. Hope is all I have. I mean, you know how rare that happens off of the first hit? Okay, now admittedly, I've got problems on the elusive front. They're saving up mana, they're helping level Nami, like, very quickly. But all I have is a simple plan.
I bear a message from... Oh, hey, what's that?
I might end up regretting that move. I mean, okay, right, I've just gone from dog into dog, so that's worked out fine. I was gonna regret that move because if they throw down... Okay, I'm gonna have to deal with these elusives in some way. Potential, like, equinoxes could come out, or equinoxes could come out, but I need to hope. Hope everything just works out for me. Okay. Throw down you. Slowly. Yes. 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 It is going to be a gamble. It is going to be a massive gamble, but this is the only moves that I've got. So the plan is going to be just go forward. While Nami's not on the board. Oh no! Now they also have dogs! Throw down my mountain scryer. I know this is coming at some point. I just need to hope it comes at the right moment. I guess I could just go straight up with
My quest is dangerous, but I will see it through.
You know, like, you look at this, you just think like, well, look, the smart move is here that I just use Sunburst and immediately kill Zoe, especially considering that Zoe's halfway to leveling. And another part of me is like, but I could go with more Celestials, which means that I get this down. And I also could just go for the straight up killing Nami because she's about to level up next turn. Zoe is also a problem. Sonic. I might end up really regretting this decision. Like, instead of killing Zoe, going for killing Nami. Especially when I could have just developed and gone for killing the whole board. But I'm gonna make this choice. I'm gonna tell myself it's a just choice. It's not, but I'm gonna tell myself it's a just choice. This is the only choice that was available to me. I mean, it really wasn't. But I'm gonna tell myself this was the only choice that was available to me. We do this. Start to develop more Celestials. Big boom. Big. I mean, they do realise this silences, right? You know what? That mistake got made at Worlds as well, in terms of that mistake of not realising its silences happened at Worlds. Like, some people, because, like, Sunburst is, like, such an underused card, people forget what its power actually is. Now, I could go and do multiple things.
Targon's history is in each stone and star.
Okay. Potential Equinox or Equinox. I'm just looking at this now thinking I'm slowly but surely getting the price of this down. If I save some mana next turn, then I should theoretically be able just to go, you're bored! It belongs to no one anymore! Okay. It's like, my question is now, do I just go forward to try and smash away some of their board? We know that they've used double, it's like, you know, like, you look at this thinking, but go just to save the things, because then you could just go into this. But then another part of me is like, okay, Sonic. if I can still trade up some of my problems, that's fine. I mean, it's not fine, I'm losing their dog. Which obviously losing their dog is actually... I'm losing 2 dogs. I'm gonna end up regretting my decisions, aren't I? I should have just left. I should have just left with what I had. That's a level up on Nami.
I will save my people.
Okay, now...
Embrace the current or be swept
I can obviously go with killing her again. But Zoe is getting really close to leveling. In fact, they might even just be able to level Zoe. But Nami is also... I mean, I actually regret the decisions I made because I was getting really close to this move. I should have just kept the course and like finished with that move. Okay. I already regret all the decisions I've made. Especially keeping Nami alive at this moment in time. But it's the knowledge of knowing that like Zoe's nearly leveled. I probably shouldn't care about it as much as I'm caring because like this is the one who can increase damages. Like this is the one I should be killing. Especially when that damage is getting increased like that. Okay. Need to tell myself. So next turn, of course, Equinox. Or Equinox. Should have just killed her. Should have just killed Nami. Okay. Considering the fact that I destroyed myself in this game. I destroyed myself. I had an easy win, and I chose not to take it. Potential stun. That's not the Celestial card I'm after. Okay.
Trickster never loses because Zoe makes the rules.
No doubt he sees to dogs in the hereafter.
Okay.
The messenger chases
So,
stars from
I
the
mean...
sky. The messenger believes it chases the trickster.
I mean, I'm getting to the point where I could use this, but they're definitely going to go for an immediate open. Because it's what I would do if I was my opponent. Okay, so I think my only move that gives me any shot is hoping that I find the elusive one. Okay, fine, I'll find the Equinox, that'll work. I was gonna say, finding the elusive one would have been good as well. Okay. Because all it takes is enough burst speed cards. Okay. I'm thinking to myself, do I want to go forward? I am going to leave it. Because I need to hope. Okay, they're gonna just go straight in for core. Where are my healing cards when I needed them? Okay. Think about this. We could still top deck heals. Okay. So I could still top deck into some heals. That's the only thing that's going to keep me going in this game. Because obviously there are so many moves they could have that go directly into my core. Okay. I mean, this little popcorn you seem to be having there. Yeah, so they're gonna light them up, and then they're gonna go directly to core with this. Okay, come on. Half the cards. Half the cards. Give me. Ah, no! That's not the half the cards I was looking for. I was looking, but I should have just saved the mana. I should have saved. I should have. Sorry, when in the early game, I shouldn't have let those things die. I should have just gone into a Sky's Descent move. From flash of brilliance that could save me. Save me! That doesn't save me. Okay. Is there anything from you? Save me. That doesn't save me. Okay. Get rid of this and get rid of this. Find something that can save me.